I don't have to tell you guys, this is every New Yorker's worst nightmare. Joe Linsky had just finished New Year's Eve brunch with friends and was waiting for the subway when the unthinkable happened. In an ABC News broadcast exclusive, Joe tells us his incredible story of strength and survival. We want to warn you, this video is disturbing.
I just thought, I've been pushed and I'm going to die.
In a split second, Joe Linsky's life changed forever. You can see Joe standing on the platform as the train approaches. That's when a man in a dark jacket walks by and suddenly turns, pushing Joe into the path of that oncoming train.
And the next thing I knew, I was flying through the air, and I saw the two lights of the train in my face, and I could make out the shape of the conductor, and then I crashed into the tracks, and I smacked my head open on the ground.
At the point that you're laying on the tracks, do you realize that the train's coming?
It happened in a flash. When I was midair, I knew that I had been pushed.
While he survived the initial push, the 45-year-old knew he wasn't out of danger.
The third rail, explain it for people who aren't New Yorkers. Why is that so dangerous?
So there's a third rail that runs along the entirety of the MTA system. It's the electrified rail. If you touch it at all, you will die immediately. You cannot move. Don't kick your feet. Don't struggle. You will get electrocuted. You will die.
So you're screaming for help?
I am. A woman did start responding to me about 90 seconds in, and she tried to keep me calm.
Joe says after about 4 minutes, he could hear the sirens coming.
Be advised, I do have a male on the tracks at that same location. He pushed the male. So the male's under the train right now.
4 minutes is an eternity under a train.
It sure felt like it. As the sirens were approaching, I closed my eyes, because then I guess I felt kind of safe that help had arrived. And they dragged me a few feet to the opening between the two subway cars, and they told me to raise my hands above my head, and two firefighters on the platform pulled me up onto the platform, and I heard my ribs crack. It was unbelievably painful.
Joe had a fractured skull, 4 broken ribs, and a ruptured spleen. But to everyone's amazement, Joe had survived. He's alive!
I can't thank all of them enough, and especially John and Jonathan, for getting me out from underneath that one train.
When you were pulled off that track, you asked about one thing.
My dog Leo, he's 16, he's a dachshund, he's a rescue. So I looked at the firefighters and I said, I know I'm really, really hurt. I'm hurt really bad, but you need to help me get to my dog.
He spent 7 days in the hospital, 5 in ICU.
The nursing staff there and the care team there was amazing, truly amazing.
Police eventually arresting 23-year-old Kamel Hawkins for pushing Joe onto the tracks. He's been indicted on multiple charges, including attempted murder, pleading not guilty.
Anything you would say to that person?
I'm choosing not to focus on the anger, resentment, or negativity. He's 23. I don't know much about him. I'm focusing on healing, recovering, getting myself back to my life.
These sneakers, the shoes he was wearing that day, a reminder of what happened and what he's overcome.
These are my pink Air Force Ones. I was going to a Wicked-themed New Year's Eve party. I think I'm going to put them in a glass box of some sort.
Has this changed anything for you?
My whole life has changed. Yes, it's a powerful reminder that this can all be taken away from you at any moment, and you have to keep going. Life is too short, and I'm going to keep going. Absolutely.